First, the top news headlines. India COVID-19 cases near 7.6 million. US Delhi at 84.51 lakh. Hunt for Alpha I, leader Drishti Raskhowa in Bangladesh. And Jammu and Kashmir police officers shot dead near his house in Anantnag. A very good afternoon. Welcome to Times of Manipur. You are watching news today at 1 p.m. and this is HARIPRIYA giving you the news in details. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. India witnessed a significant drop in the number of new COVID-19 cases during the past 24 hours at 46,498. The country registered fewer daily infections than the US for the first time in over a month, taking its tally to 75,94,736 according to Worldometer. India's death toll currently stands at 1,15,163 as per a media report. While Maharashtra is the worst hit state in the country with over 1.6 million case lots, West Bengal has been adding over 30,000 cases daily for the past 45 days. The overall case tally in the state stands at 3,25,028. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization (WHO) has cautioned against any relaxation of response actions following the slight decline in COVID-19 cases in the Southeast Asia region lately, saying the pandemic continues unabated and response only needs to be strengthened further to curtail virus transmission. The global tally of coronavirus cases stands at 4.04 crore, while 3.02 crore have recovered. 11,20,715 had died so far. The US, the worst hit country, has 83,93,773 cases. It is followed by India, which has 75,90,514 cases, Brazil 52,37,961, and Russia 14,15,316. Bangladesh security forces are trying to track down a dreaded Alpha I commander in Sylhet region. Media reports said that the country's intelligence has received report of his movements around Jaflong last week, around the same time that Pakistan High Commissioner Imran Ahmed Siddique was vacationing there. Imran flew down to Sylhet to meet the BNP's Mayor Ariful Haq Chowdhury, something that raised eyebrows in the Bangladesh intelligence circles. But Chowdhury backed out of the scheduled meeting at the last moment, though Sylhet Corporation's chief executive officer met the Pakistani envoy. Indian intelligence says Raskhowa, who is now known to Paresh Barua in the Alpha I's military hierarchy, was found active in Mandipathar in Meghalaya's Garo Hill earlier this month. Barua is holed up in the Tangchong Ruili region of the Sino-Burmese border region and released on Raskhowa for his western operations. Before the 2019 parliament polls in the country, Bangladesh forces had launched a major operation to track down Raskhowa because an upset Alpha fuming over PM Hasina's crackdown was reportedly trying to hit Babiani gas fields with explosion at the bidding of the BNP's Jamaat-e-Islami coalition and Pakistan, which was backing them. The Alpha I has expertise in setting off control explosions in oil and gas pipelines and storages, and that were at Dhaka. A Jammu and Kashmir police officer was shot dead by terrorists in South Kashmir's Anantnag district while he was returning home after offering prayers at a mosque yesterday evening, according to media reports. The deceased, identified as Muhammad Ashraf Bhatt, an inspector with Jammu and Kashmir police posted at a police training center in Pulwama district, was fired upon by militants near his house at Kanawal area of Anantnag, following which he was rushed to a nearby hospital only to be declared dead on arrival. Security forces were rushed to the area, which was immediately cordoned off to nab attackers, and investigation is underway. Earlier in the day, a terrorist was killed by security forces in an encounter in the Sopian district. The encounter had started following the launch of a cordon and search operation by security forces at Malhura in Jainopura after receiving information about the presence of militants. Now let's take a short commercial break. Do stay tuned for more updates.
Countdown by-election 2020. Saitu, Lilong, Wangor, Wangjing-Tenta, Singhat, 5 assembly constituencies. By-election 2020 from 17 October onwards. Only on Times of Manipuri, TOMTV.
Khanganjaba Birla Emporiums Private Limited IRA Finance Private Limited ki customers amadi beneficiaries singi mafamda karigumba khara khanganjari madudi malemgi oiba pandemic amadagi company na benefit piba lepcharuraba matungda October gi tang manga dagi pithokpa hauzaruraba matungda karigumba company gi manunggi oiba khudong chadaba amadagi November 9 fauba benefit piba lepcharagani makhatana November 8 dagi benefit asi amuk pithokpa hauzaragani Benefit payout list to no mawalingaida office ki notice board tagi khangbiba yaragani masida customer singna warobiba tobidana company na lecture riba warep asida mayamna support tobinaba amadi khudong chadaba asigidamak customer singna warobidanaba nolup na haijari Khanganjariba General Manager Birla Emporium Private Limited IRA Finance
Sino pare Tan ba dinate ko? Asengba. Ay na pamba. Darkar ba grocery items singda. Red delivery app season araga order to biro loire. Chaning ba restaurant gi food po erso. Overpay to budilar dana. Pot khuding ma discount pi baga loina na. Khudak te inakti yore isine. Red delivery for you.
Amang sangsang luraba matung natraga saramdai thaklamdai da sapon sijina duna khut seng na handok pigadabani khujin tena nana thambigadabani Afaba ising pitak pigadabani chana ba potlam sing hazana kuptuna thambigadabani yumgi apoiba amasung amangsang luna nana thambi Chahi manga phabogi manungda leiba angangsingbu ORS zinc tablet amadi machal suba chinjak sing phajana pijabiduna daria dagi ngakthok minarasi
Hi guys, this is Binakan. Welcome to Aura Career Launcher, a coaching institute for standard 9 and 10.
That is, x is greater than 0, y greater than 0, televisions, fans, refrigerators.
Diamond se yaamna tangba yaamna phajabu oibaduna maram oraga
The negative terminal of the emitter is connected to one terminal.
So, what are you waiting for? Join now.
Now, enjoy 20% extra on Kangla Popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla Rings.
Kangla.
Europe Engineering Management PIZ amadi General Course tamningba mahiroi-singgidamakta scholarship 100% fangbada natana stipend oina 4.2 lakh fangbagi kudongchaba leiraba mahai tamfamsingni. Loina na India amadi foreign lebak singda MBBS MD course na chingba kaya masu tamnabagidamak amadi education loan gi kudongsabasu pizari. Hena kupamorol gidamak contact obiro FortWith Global Consulting Private Limited, North AOC K Group Art Infal. Contact number 6909374625.
Thoibi,
Thaza, cheng no slow. I khao lo thogi.
marks ti.
Kaigi marks no.
Kaigi marks no bu kaino. Hujik oiriba COVID-19 gi lecture asida marks yauduna thokpa habese khudong thiningai natra.
Thaza, I sukhange. I anaba minati. Marks laibada changadaba sel duna ko mathab ahau badum chathoke.
Nangi sidi lairik hairaga laishu khangdaba habaduni. Marks upana chinna tondagi tholakpa lok tinna chingba sing phajangadori bani. Nushite yaramba amora kai singdo marks upadi hakchangna changakpadagi ngakthoktoine.
Adudi Thaza, I marks amta upugige.
COVID-19 laichatagi thingnanaba chathokka matamda marks upiyu. Season nabiru raba disposable masking mafam chaba yenglaga mai thadokpiyu natragana phumjinbiyu. Fee na same sajaba masking oiragana nimit khudingi sudok samthokpiraba matungda da seasanabiyu.
Isagi mamal yamlaba punsibu kansi amadi atopagi punsibu khudongthiba sidagi ngakthoksi.
Welcome back. For the upcoming November 7 by-polls, 3 intending candidates for Lilong Assembly constituency and Wangjing 10th constituency filed the nomination papers before their respective returning officers yesterday. Former Lilong constituency MLA Abdul Narsir filed his nomination paper as an independent candidate after the Election Commission of India refused to recognize him as congressman. On the other hand, for Wangjing 10th constituency, Moirangthem Hemanta filed nomination as an Indian National Congress candidate, while Sarangthem Manaubi filed his papers as an independent candidate. So far, 10 intending candidates have filed nomination papers for the by-polls. Altogether, 5 constituencies go to polls on November 7th in the state. Today is the last date of filing of nomination, while security will be done tomorrow. Tightening security measures ahead of the November 7 by-polls, a team of Imphal West Police, including women personnel under the supervision of Superintendent of Police K. Megachandra Singh, conducted a house-to-house search in the Wangoi constituency early this morning. The team, led by Sub-Divisional Police Officer Mayang Imphal, A.K. Santikumar and DSP Commando Imphal West, Kishore Chand, searched around 200 houses. 500 people, including 8 underground cadres, criminals on bail, were verified at Yumnam Hudrom, Makhalikai. The police further carried out foot patrolling and area domination exercise in the vulnerable areas of Wangoi and Yumnam Hudrom, a police report informed. Barak Bridge along Imphal-Jiribam Road broke down last midnight. Several vehicles were stranded along both sides of the highway. The authorities are taking up repair work on the bridge, sources said. The Young Foundation Hirok today appealed to all the farmers to stop scattering of muds on the way from vehicles coming from the paddy fields. A release stated that commuters are facing difficulties owing to the strewn muds on the road.
Lorok Pantana Lapada, Hirok Mianda, Apilam Togeri, Madudi, Logi with the season ever garishing a labor, Amadi like home Puraga, Lambi the Tada Biramano, Machina, accidental Pugisang, Yam Hengala Amadi Mosila Ika Hena, Karigumba, Lebam, the Lecom, Tadava Tingaragadi, Gari Mapuna Lotokadamni, Hirok the Liberiba Mipum Kuding Magna Sigumbashi, talked to now Honabada, Mateng Pangbiwana, the Young Foundation Hiroki Makede in Noruma Hizeri.
Lilong Imphal West Municipal Council organized a cleanliness drive at Lilong yesterday as part of SWAR's Surba Section 2021. Councillor of Lilong Municipal Council Ward Number 4, Maibam Joy Kumar and Chairperson Lamabam Lalmani Singh kick off the cleanliness drive. Members of Lilong Young Social Service Union and Lilong Merapai volunteers took part in the program. The cleanliness drive will continue in other wards of the council. A man was found hanging near Nalon Phubala IBR road this morning. According to police reports, some locals spotted the body. The deceased has been identified as Kongbrai Lapan Abote, also known as Biswanath, aged 23 years, son of Inau from Phubala Awang Maning Laikai. A team of Manipur Forensic Science arrived at the spot. The body was later taken to Reims for post-mortem. A case has been registered at Moirang Police Station and investigations are on. Here we have another short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
COVID-19 pandemic ki kallaba safuna school, college, coaching center chingba sing thonglona khrabasu isa gi yumda ningthijana tamba yaraba ahanbagi oina class 12 chemistry subject ki takpi tambi bagi lamda sangne experience leiraba oza sona mani na puthokpi be application ngasima Google Play Store da changbiduna download tobi Sonamani e-classes. Nang medical ta masat pada Asia gina nang natahang bala ini. General Nursing and Midwifery GNM 3 years course. 12 in arts or science stream in confused to become a part of one of the most respectable professional career of all time. 12 and above duration 3 years 6 months. BSc in Medical Radiology and Imaging Technology DMRI.
Ultrasound, MRI, CT scan, X-ray.
BSc in Medical Laboratory Technology.
BSc in Operation Theatre Technology.
Khudong chaba laubiho Radiant E-Ride amadi State Bank of India ga punna kusamnaraga India government ki makhada Mudra Yojana scheme gi kuthangda thabak panghaudrabasingda sendal lambi ki achauba mating oinaba Sadmiron fagat hanaba loinana loan gi khudong chaba pizari ahanba miyoi chamada akaknaba matam kharagi oina loan pizagani akupa marol gi damak Radiant E-Ride head office Sangai Pro Ningthem Call amasung branches contact number 8257850421
Around by 2020 the phangbigadaba items sing groceries, electronic items, electric vehicle, organic vegetables, frozen items, baby care, household items, health and personal care, snacks and beverages, indigenous items, fresh fruits and much more.
Yeah. Fear. Ako makeup thoju ke doroga. Isa gi darkar oiba pot macham gisu dukan amadang chang amada sung phangda matam sumang hakchang su waba se yumda phamna apama pot lairasi kaino aramai 2020 download tawsalo aduga isagi purikhaw sidana khwairamban bazar da lairiba dukan mayam se hapaga jalase pantharanu hojik mak download to
Siri Gaurachandrayanama Youth Affairs and Sports Department Director Oina Thau Pubiramba Dr. Konsam Syam Sundar IAS na mahaki nuksizaraba imong manung sagay natay marup mapang khwai pumnamak pu thadoklamlaga hawkhiba tang 13 English ni kon yumsakay sa numita Brindaban Prapti oikhre lakliba tang 18 da asi sanchoy lokhatcharaga tang 16 da chira usop den thoklei Upalakhya sada Brahman Vaishnava Ahlaman amadi marup mapang khwai pumnamakna matam chana lengbirakduna harinam shravan tawbiranaba patrana nimantra kachari seba phangzariba Konsam Kumar Singh mapa Konsam Ongbi Jandavi Devi mama Konsam Ongbi Dr. Ranjita Ajom Sradamini Konsam Ongbi Gita Devi Mataima Konsam Angelina Devi Machanupi Konsam Sarafina Devi Machanupi, Roxy Rose Konsam Machanupi, Konsam Premananda Singh Mayamba, Konsam Arian Singh Machanupa, Robin Red Konsam Machanupa, Thauram Pareng, Ayuk Pung Nipan Makhai Bekatpa, Nungthil Pungahum Sankritan Loiba, Wangkhai Yonglan Leirak.
ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯄꯩꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯤꯁꯤꯅ
ꯍꯣ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯛꯆꯥꯡꯁꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯦꯗꯅ OPTꯒ ꯑꯃꯠꯇ ꯆꯪꯍꯜꯍꯧꯗꯦ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯣꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯤꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯅꯧꯄꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯝꯇ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦ ꯐꯣꯜ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯎꯪꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯐꯣꯜ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯗ ꯁꯣꯏꯔꯣ
ꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ
ꯃꯣꯕꯥꯏꯜ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯂꯧꯔꯣꯏ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯇꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯛꯈꯨꯝꯗ ꯊꯝꯃꯨꯀꯣ
ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯇꯉꯥꯏ ꯐꯗꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯣꯟꯗ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔꯒ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯏꯃꯥ
ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ
ꯁꯦ ꯅꯪꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ eSanjeevani OPD applicationꯁꯦ Google Play Storeꯗꯒꯤ ꯗꯥꯎꯟꯂꯣꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯖꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯅꯝꯃꯒ ꯃꯣꯕꯥꯏꯜ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯚꯦꯔꯤꯐꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯤꯡ ꯃꯊꯥ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔ ꯑꯁꯪꯕ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯛꯁꯛ ꯎꯅꯔꯒ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯩꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
ꯁꯦ
이마 ꯀꯩ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨ
이붕어 ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔ 이마ꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯉꯥꯎꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯆꯥꯅꯤꯡ ꯊꯛꯅꯤꯡꯕꯁꯨ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯗꯦ
ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯃꯥꯔꯠꯐꯣꯟꯗ eSanjeevani OPD application download ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯔ ꯇꯦꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯠ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯗꯨꯅ eSanjeevaniOPD.in ꯗ ꯆꯪꯕꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯀꯣꯝꯅ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯂꯦꯝꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕꯁꯤ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ
Al Hayat, the best halal restaurant in Manipur. Miyamna pamna chanariba Al Hayat restaurant gi hauraba mathel khudingmak Red Delivery app ki khuthangda order tobiraktuna yamna laina ahenba charges yaudana isa gi yumda thilaknabagi khudong chaba bijari. App si download tawduna app si gi khuthangda ngasimak order tawbiyu. Chana thaknaba polam sing khaktanatana imung amada nongmar changdraba yadraba grocery item kayamarum suna fanglaba app ni. Ngasimak download tawbiyu Red Delivery for you.
ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯉꯥꯎꯔꯖꯥꯠꯂꯅꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯕꯣ
ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯁꯦ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯊꯛꯄ ꯆꯪꯗꯕ ꯃꯈꯩ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯎꯡꯉꯤꯕꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯕꯖꯥꯠꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯋꯥ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯃꯅꯝ ꯅꯝꯕꯤꯔꯝꯒꯦꯁꯦ ꯅꯪꯕꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯏꯃꯥꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯨ
ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ ꯏꯃꯥ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯅꯪꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯒꯦ ꯏꯃꯥꯗ ꯇꯝꯃꯣ
ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯗꯦꯕ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯇꯧꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕꯩ ꯍꯧꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯤ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯔꯁꯣꯅꯦꯜ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯅꯪꯁꯤꯃ ꯂꯥꯎ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯦꯡꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯅꯦ
ꯑꯁꯨꯝꯅ ꯂꯩꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯆꯠꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯍꯨꯠꯇ
ꯏꯁꯥꯕꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯣ ꯄꯥꯎꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯣ
ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯕꯨ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯥꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯤꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯇꯨꯃꯤꯟꯅ ꯂꯩꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯍꯪꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯪꯕꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯇꯝꯃꯨ ꯏꯁꯥꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡ ꯃꯔꯨꯞ ꯃꯄꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯈꯜꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯗꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛ ꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯍꯦꯜꯊ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯆꯠꯇꯨꯅ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯕꯤꯌꯨ
Welcome back. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has assured Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga of steps to restore the cordial ties between Assam and Mizoram. Home Minister Shah yesterday telephoned Chief Minister Zoramthanga to express regret over the clash and assure him of steps to restore the cordial ties between the two neighbors, media reports said. Union Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Bhalase held a meeting via video conference with chief secretaries of the two states to defuse the border flare-up at Lalpur in South Assam's district along Mizoram border. At least 20 houses and shops along the border were gutted at Mijos allegedly hurled petrol bombs over checkpoint being removed. The Meghalaya government has withdrawn free food provided to COVID-19 patients at COVID care as the government has no fund to continue with the service. The East Khasi Hill District Administration has notified that food at Corona Care Centers would henceforth be chargeable with ₹380 per day. However, patients belonging to the below poverty line BPL category would not be able to charge for the food or the tests. The COVID Care Centers in the state capital are the Indian Institute of Management Building, Umsauli Maurya Institute of Integral Training, TB Hospital, Umsauli Meghalaya Administrative Training Institute and National Institute of Fashion Technology, Maudiandang, a report said. With Durga Puja around the corner, the Tripura government has issued 17 more stringent guidelines for puja organizers in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. As per the standard operating procedure SOP, rapid antigen test has been made mandatory for puja organizer, priests and volunteers by Panchami, October 22. COVID testing teams will be available in all the big budget puja pandals, the report said. There would be no community puja in the containment zones this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the festival may be celebrated at home. If a pandal hopper develops COVID-19 symptoms, he or she would not be allowed to enter the mandap. Procession and dance during puja days would be strictly prohibited as the part of the SOP. The Indian Railways is all set to run 392 festival special trains starting from today till November 30 in anticipation of a passenger rush during the festive season amidst the wake of a pandemic. These festival special trains will operate for 40 days only and rare in addition to the special trains which are already plying. The fare applicable for these services will be equal to that of the earlier special trains, and the timing of these trains will be as per regular trains. The special trains will be run for destinations such as Kolkata, Patna, Varanasi, Lucknow among others to cater to the growing demand in ensuing holiday period of Durga Puja, Dasera, Diwali and Chhath Puja. The New Delhi-based All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, has reported its first coronavirus disease COVID-19-induced brain nerve damage in a girl, which has led to her blurred vision. According to media reports, the doctor in the Child Neurology Division are preparing a report on her health condition that they plan to publish soon. It added that they have found COVID-19 infection-induced acute demyelinating syndrome, ADS, in an 11-year-old girl, which is the first case to be reported in the pediatric age group. China's Sinovac coronavirus vaccine appears to be safe in its late-stage trial being conducted in Brazil. The Brazilian institute conducting the clinical trial has made the announcement. The Russian coronavirus vaccine Sputnik V, which is in its phase 3 trials currently, will be sharing data of 10,000 volunteers around November. Meanwhile, billionaire philanthropist and Microsoft founder Bill Gates has once again said India's research and manufacturing capabilities will prove crucial for the global COVID-19 vaccine race. Globally, 44 coronavirus vaccine candidates are in clinical trial, with another 154 in development, according to the World Health Organization, WHO. And now let's move to the newspaper headlines. The Sangha Express. Signs of community spreads amidst Chief Minister. Centre's advice sought on further lockdown. Death toll rises by 2. Total cases reach 15,778. BJP Chief Minister campaigns for Abdul Nasir at Lilong constituency. Dr. Lam Ting Thang, M. Hemanta as Joy file nomination papers. MPCC intensifies campaign for bypolls. The People's Chronicles. Government mulling to impose total shutdown, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Virus crisis depends on 350 new cases crop up, 3 die. State exceeds global case 4 million rate. NEET topper Samananda hails Comet tutor. Expert propose effective containment steps. Imphal free praise. 10 candidates file nomination papers for by-elections. Total lockdowns will be imposed in areas with alarming spread, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Many children experience mental distress, discomfort during lockdown. Lilong's Nasir files nomination as independent candidate. Chief Minister Biren takes part in campaign. Manipur Mail. Tributes paid to Bhagya Chandra. 350 new COVID cases, 1 die. 172 recovered. Candidates filed nomination papers. Henry calls for collective effort to eliminate discrimination against girls. Before we close, let's see the top news headlines once again. India COVID-19 cases near 7.6 million. US tally at 84.51 lakh. Hunt for Alpha I leader Drishti Raskhawa in Bangladesh. And Jammu and Kashmir police officer saw death near his house in Anantnag. That's all for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us and have a good day ahead.